Hello, my wonderful friends, and welcome to English Flow Podcast. I'm Kay, and I'm so happy you're here today. This podcast is your safe place to practice English speaking and listening with us. Here, you'll hear natural conversations in English, slow, clear, and friendly. You can repeat after us, shadow our voices, and practice your American accent. And the best part? You don't have to study alone. You're practicing with me and my co-host, Leo. Speaking of him, Leo, would you like to say hello?
Thanks, Kay. Hi, everyone. My name is Leo. I'm really excited to join you for another episode. I'm from the United States, and I speak with an American accent. Don't worry if you don't understand every word today. Just relax, listen, and try to repeat what you can. Together, Kay and I will make English practice fun, friendly, and useful for everyday life.
Thank you, Leo. Now, let me introduce myself too. Hi, my name is Kay. I live in Italy, a beautiful country full of history, art, and delicious food. I love walking through the old streets, enjoying pizza and pasta, and watching the sunset over the city. I also love languages. That's why I'm here, to learn, to teach, and to share English with you. Okay? Now it's your turn, listeners. Can you introduce yourself, say your name, where you live, and one thing you like?
Wow, Kai, Italy sounds incredible. I've always wanted to visit Rome and see the Colosseum. And speaking of culture, that brings up something important for our listeners. When you're learning English, you're not just learning words and grammar. You're also learning about culture.
That's so true, Leo. For example, in Italy, when we greet friends, we often kiss on both cheeks. But in America, people usually shake hands or give hugs. These cultural differences are part of learning English. It's not just about the language. It's about understanding how English speakers behave and communicate.
Exactly. And here's a practical tip for everyone listening. Try to immerse yourself in American culture through movies, TV shows, and music. When I was learning Italian, I watched Italian movies with subtitles first, then without subtitles. It really helped me understand not just the words, but the rhythm and flow of the language.
That's excellent advice. I also recommend something called shadowing. This means listening to English audio and repeating what you hear immediately, like an echo. Don't worry about understanding every word at first. Just focus on copying the sounds, the intonation, and the rhythm. Your mouth and ears will get used to English sounds.
Let's try some shadowing practice right now. I'll say a sentence slowly, then repeat it at normal speed. Try to copy me exactly. Don't think about the meaning, just copy the sounds. Ready? I love learning English every single day. I love learning English every single day. Perfect. Did you notice how the sentence flows together? In natural English, we don't pause between every word. We connect them smoothly.
That's called connected speech, and it's one of the most important things to master in English. Let's practice a few more examples. Leo, could you say, "What are you doing?" slowly first, then at natural speed?
Absolutely. Slowly. What are you doing? Now, at natural speed, what you doing? Did you hear that? In casual American English, what are you often sounds like whatcha. This is very common in everyday conversation.
Excellent practice. Now let's take a break from pronunciation and focus on vocabulary. Leo and I want to teach you some essential words that you'll use every day. Leo, let's start with emotions, how we feel.
Great idea. Here are some basic emotion words. Listen and repeat after me. Happy, sad, excited, tired, worried, relaxed. Now, in American English, we often use more casual words. Instead of happy, we might say glad or pumped up. Instead of sad, we might say down or bummed out.
Perfect. Now let me teach you some expressions using these emotion words. In English, we often say I feel plus the emotion, but we can also use other phrases. For example, I'm over the moon means very happy. I'm on cloud nine also means very happy. I'm feeling blue means sad.
Those are fantastic expressions, Kay. Let me add a few more. When we're very tired, we can say, I'm exhausted or I'm beat. When we're worried, we might say, I'm stressed out or I'm freaking out. And here's a fun one. When we're really excited about something, we can say, I'm pumped or I'm stoked.
Now let's expand our emotion vocabulary even further. Leo, I think our listeners would benefit from learning how to express different levels of the same emotion. For example, instead of just saying happy, we can be more specific about how happy we feel.
That's such a great point, Key. Let's think about happiness levels. If you're a little happy, you might say, I'm pleased or I'm content. If you're more happy, you could say, I'm delighted or I'm thrilled. And if you're extremely happy, you might say, I'm ecstatic or I'm overjoyed. Listen to how my voice changes with each level. Pleased, delighted, ecstatic.
Perfect. And we can do the same with sadness. A little sad might be I'm disappointed or I'm down. More sad could be I'm upset or I'm heartbroken. Very sad might be I'm devastated or I'm miserable. Notice how each word gives a different feeling. Let's practice. Repeat after me. Disappointed, upset, devastated. Let's practice using these in context. I'll give you a situation, and you think about which expression fits. Situation 1, you just got a new job that you really wanted. How do you feel? You could say, I'm over the moon, or I'm pumped. Try saying both of those phrases now.
Great work. Let's try situation 2. It's been a really long day at work, and you're very tired. How do you feel? You could say, I'm exhausted, or I'm beat. And here's situation 3. You have a big presentation tomorrow and you're nervous. How do you feel? You could say, I'm stressed out, or I'm freaking out a little.
Excellent practice. Now, let's dive into a really practical topic, travel English. Since Leo and I come from different countries, we know how important it is to communicate when you're traveling. Leo, let's create a realistic travel scenario. Imagine you're at the airport.
Perfect. Travel English is so useful. Let me be a flight attendant, and Kay, you can be a passenger. Here's a common airport conversation. Excuse me, could you please tell me where gate B12 is? Of course, go straight down this hallway, turn left, and it'll be on your right. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Have a great flight.
That's a great example. Now let's practice a hotel check-in conversation. Leo, you be the hotel receptionist and I'll be the traveler. Hi, I have a reservation under the name K. Martinez. Let me check that for you. Yes, here it is. You have a single room for 3 nights. Could I see your ID and credit card, please? Sure, here they are. Perfect. You're in room 205. Here's your key card. The elevator is just around the corner.
Excellent. And of course, when you're traveling, you need to eat. Let's do a restaurant scenario. I'll be the waiter, and Kay, you be the customer. Good evening. Welcome to our restaurant. Can I start you with something to drink?
Yes, I'd like a glass of water, please.
Of course. Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes?
I'll have the grilled salmon with vegetables, please.
Great choice. That'll be ready in about 15 minutes.
Perfect. Now it's your turn to practice. Let's start with the airport situation. I want you to practice asking for directions. Try saying this phrase. Excuse me, could you tell me where the bathroom is? Remember to be polite and say excuse me first. Go ahead, try it now.
Excellent. Now, let's practice ordering food. Try saying, I'd like a coffee and a sandwich, please. Don't forget to say please. It's very important for politeness. And when someone helps you, always say thank you. These simple words make such a big difference in communication. Wait, before we finish today, let me add one more essential travel scenario that we haven't covered yet. Shopping. This is so useful when you're visiting an English-speaking country. Key, let's practice a shopping conversation. I'll be the store clerk and you be the customer.
Perfect idea, Leo. Here we go. Good morning. Can I help you find something? Hi, I'm looking for a t-shirt in size medium, please. Of course. What color would you prefer? Do you have anything in blue? Yes, we have several blue t-shirts. Here are a few options. Thank you. How much does this one cost? That's $25. Great. I'll take it.
Excellent. And here's one last important travel tip. What if you have an emergency? You should know phrases like, help, call the police, I need a doctor, where is the hospital? These are crucial phrases that we hope you never need, but it's good to be prepared.
Wonderful. Before we finish today's episode, let's talk about motivation and building confidence in English. Learning a language is a journey, and sometimes it feels difficult. But remember, every single person who speaks English fluently was once a beginner, just like you are now. Even Leo and I continue learning new things about English every day.
That's so true, Key. Here's my advice for staying motivated. Set small, achievable goals. Don't try to be perfect immediately. Instead, focus on progress. Maybe today you learn 5 new words. Tomorrow you have a 2-minute conversation in English. Next week you watch an English movie. Small steps lead to big victories.
And here's one final tip. Find English content that you genuinely enjoy. If you love cooking, watch cooking videos in English. If you love music, listen to English songs. When learning is fun, it doesn't feel like work.
Perfect advice, Kay. So let's recap what we covered today. We talked about cultural differences in communication. We practiced shadowing techniques. We learned emotion vocabulary and expressions. We explored travel English with real-life scenarios. And we discussed motivation strategies. That's a lot of valuable practice in one episode. Great job, everyone. Here's an example introduction in American English. Listen carefully. Hi, my name is Leo. I'm from the United States. I live in New York City. I like basketball, music, and traveling. Now, try repeating that sentence with me. Ready? Perfect.
Okay, Leo, let's talk about our daily life. What's your typical day like?
Well, my day starts around 8:30 in the morning. I wake up, drink tea, and then go to the gym. After that, I work on my computer from home. In the evening, I like to cook dinner and watch a movie.
That sounds nice. My day is a little different. Since I live in Italy, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. First, I make a cup of coffee. Italians love their coffee. Then I eat a small breakfast, maybe bread with jam. I work during the day, and in the evening, I enjoy walking through the streets of Rome and eating gelato.
That sounds amazing. I think I need to visit you, Key.
Yes, come to Italy. We'll eat pizza together. Now it's your turn, friends. Can you describe your daily routine? Try something simple like this. I wake up at 7 a.m. I eat breakfast. I go to work. Say it out loud now.
Let's try another example. Say, I wake up late. I eat breakfast quickly. I go to school. Go ahead, try it.
Great job.
Awesome! Now, let's practice some natural American expressions. In the US, people don't always say, hello, how are you? Instead, they often say, what's up? How's it going? Hey, how are you? And when answering, instead of, I'm fine, Americans often say, pretty good. Not bad. I'm doing great.
Okay, let's try a mini conversation.
Hey, Key, what's up?
Not much, just enjoying some Italian coffee. How about you?
Pretty good, thanks. I'm excited to record this podcast.
That's awesome. Now, let's practice together. I'll say the phrase, and you repeat after me. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm doing great.
Nice work. You're sounding more and more natural.
Leo, let's imagine we're meeting for the first time in Italy.
Okay, here we go. Hi, I'm Leo. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Leo. I'm Kay. Welcome to Italy. Where are you from?
I'm from the US, New York City. How about you?
I live here in Rome. Do you like Italian food?
Of course. Italian food is the best.
I agree. Today, we covered so much. We practiced introductions, cultural differences, shadowing techniques, expanded emotion vocabulary, connected speech, travel English scenarios, and motivation strategies. We hope you feel more confident about using English in real situations. Remember, practice a little every day.
And don't forget, mistakes are your friends. Every time you make a mistake, you learn something new.
Exactly. Thank you for joining us today on English Flow Podcast. We hope you enjoyed practicing with us. And one last thing before we go. If you enjoyed today's episode, try listening to it again tomorrow. Repetition is key to language learning. Each time you listen, you'll understand more and improve. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember that every small step brings you closer to fluency.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep speaking English every day.
Bye-bye, everyone.